Hey boys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to find your ELA assignment for 602 text feature prairies. We're going to go over where you can find the specific things that you need for this assignment as well and how to complete that assignment. So you're going to start by going into your language arts course, module 6, experiments. And we're looking at module or lesson 602, text features prairies. And we're going to go to the last page of the lesson. This lesson's 10 pages long, so make sure that you go through each of the pages and go through all the activities. Here on the last page, you'll find what is my assignment. It says it's time to show what you know, complete and submit your opinion writing graphic organizer that you worked on in this lesson. The writing prompt for the assignment is written below as a reminder. Right here, you have to click and it'll tell you what the prompt is. It says, after reading the articles, Farmers Feed Cities, Life in the Country, and Life in the City, think about how authors present information about the advantages and disadvantages of living in the city or in the country. And here's your prompt. In your opinion, explain which is better to live in. Use evidence from the text to support your opinion. So make sure whatever your opinion is, you use evidence from the text to support your opinion. So you've got your opinion writing graphic organizer rubric here. But for some reason in this lesson, the actual opinion writing graphic organizer is in the lesson. Usually it's at the end here, but for this lesson, it's actually within the lesson. So I'm going to show you where you can find the graphic organizer and where you can find these 3 texts in this lesson. So everything that you need is on page 8 of the lesson. So I'm going to go to page 8, and it's the Writer's Workshop via Star Planner. And here's where you're going to start planning your opinion writing graphic organizer. So it goes through steps of what you need to do. Take out the printables for the stories, reread them. Here's the opinion writing graphic organizer, about halfway through the page here. And you've got, this should look very familiar. We've been using the same type of graphic organizer for a while now. You've got your intro with a hook, a bridge, and a controlling idea. You've got your body paragraph with a topic sentence, a reason, evidence, and closing sentence with some transition words here. And then you've got your conclusion where you restate your controlling idea and your closing statement. If you click right here, boys and girls, show text version. If you click on that, it's going to bring you to a text version of that graphic organizer. And here, if you scroll down, you can actually print this graphic organizer. So I'm going to click on it and it'll bring up my printing page, but you can print this so that you can fill it out. Okay, it's just a 1-page graphic organizer. For some reason, it's not attached at the bottom of the or at the end of the lesson, so you can print it from page 8 by clicking on right here, show text version, and then it'll bring up the print symbol right here. Okay, and you can print that out and fill it out. If you don't want to print it, you can always recreate this in your notebook. Just make sure that it's organized. Make sure that you have a hook labeled. Label hook and then write your hook. Label bridge, write your bridge. Label controlling idea and write it out. Okay, so make sure if you recreate this in your notebook that you, use these headers to keep your graphic organizer organized. All right, if you keep scrolling down, you've got your write about it. And here you've got your writing prompt again. It's the same. It's the same prompt. In your opinion, explain which is better to live in. Use evidence from the text to support your opinion. And here are the 3 texts. Farmers Feed Cities, Life in the Country, and Life in the City. So open these up. Got Farmers Feed Cities, a 2-page text. And Life in the Country, a 2-page text. And Life in the City, a 2-page text. So you're going to read all 3 of those texts, and then you're going to think about what your opinion is. Which is better? Is it better to live in cities or is it better to live in the country? And what are the advantages of living in a city? What are the disadvantages of living in a city? Or what are the advantages of living in a country and the disadvantages of living in the country? And you're going to provide evidence, whatever your opinion is. If you think it's better, if it's better to live in cities, or if you think it's better to live in countries, so whatever your opinion is, you need to then provide evidence from these texts. Okay. And then it brings you step by step of what you need to do. Here it says you can copy the graphic organizer onto a sheet of paper, or I just showed you how to print it. And then it tells you what to do. For each step you need to copy the body paragraph section that many times. For example, if you have 3 reasons of why you want to say it's better to live in the city, then you need 3 body paragraphs. Okay. Use all 3 articles to support your opinion and include 3 pieces of evidence for each reason. Okay, remember, you write your evidence in your own words. You can't just steal from the text. And it goes through and it helps you write your graphic organizer. Okay, so make sure you look at this page 8 of the lesson very carefully. Now, even though I do want to make note, even though this graphic organizer only has 1 body paragraph section, notice what it says here. For each reason you need to copy the body paragraph section that many times. So if you have 2 reasons of why it's better to live in the country, you need to have 2 body paragraphs. So it might be a good idea just to create this in your notebook. That's what I would do, but that's up to you. Okay. All right, so that is what you're going to be doing. So you're going to be turning in your graphic organizer, whether you print it out and fill it out, or whether you recreate it in your notebook and take a picture of it. When you're done with your graphic organizer and answering this prompt, your opinion of which is better to live in, cities or countries, you're going to go to the next activity arrow and you'll submit your graphic organizer by clicking on that blue plus button that will be on your screen.